everybody. And welcome, Parallaxers, to another Parallax ASMR video. Today I am just going to be doing something simple because I have a very busy day and I was unable to plan anything. I just have a couple of triggers picked out for you. Most of them are tapping triggers, so I hope you don't mind that. And as usual in my videos, I am probably going to ramble a little bit, so I hope you don't mind that either. I will start with this corkboard, which a lot of people have said they like. As I'm recording this, I have 998 subscribers, which means I am very, very close to 1,000. I'm super excited to hit that milestone, and also very, very thankful for every single one of you, whether you are subscribed or not. If you are watching, you're dedicating time to watching me, which is incredible. And I really can't thank you enough for that. I have planned a few different things for my 1,000 subscriber video, and I just keep replanning because I feel like it's not enough. 1,000 subscribers is a big deal. There have been a bunch of milestones, like 100, 250, 500, but I feel like 1,000 is bigger. It's the cutoff, or it's the criterion, or the qualification, I guess, for YouTube partner, or whatever it's called, where you can monetization, where you can start earning money from YouTube. That has not been like a standalone goal, but it has been a goal. I'm not close to that still because you also need 4,000 watch hours, I think, and I have somewhere around 2,300, which I think is pretty common for people to hit the subscriber goal before the watch hours goal. I'm not really too concerned about that. I'm going to switch triggers actually. Next up, I have this bottle of leave-in conditioner. It's my wife's, and I found that it makes a nice noise. I don't really care all that much. I mean, I care, of course. I'm not looking to turn a profit from this channel. The thing that I care about most with hitting monetization, or I guess achieving that, or whatever you want to call it, is you can dictate where in your video you want ads, and more importantly for me, where you don't want them. So in case you don't know, before you are monetized on YouTube, YouTube places ads wherever it wants, and you have no say over how long they are, or what ads go there, or how often throughout your video they play. For ASMR creators, that is a problem because a lot of the stuff that we create is for people who need help falling asleep. So you can imagine why it might be problematic for random, they're called mid-roll ads, where ads run in the middle of a video or a third of the way through the video or whatever. And you can't control what ads they are, so they could be really loud. So for the people trying to fall asleep to ASMR videos, for small creators at least, Next up, I have this Pilates ball. I don't do Pilates, so I don't know exactly what you would use this for. It's my wife's, and I did find that it makes a nice noise. It's like a very hollow, rumbly noise, which is kind of unique in my opinion. Yesterday, I submitted a short video to a much bigger creator that is making a compilation video of smaller ASMR creators. I actually don't know if they're focusing on smaller ASMR creators or if they're just doing like a compilation of creators in general, but I submitted my video and they got back to me and said they really liked it. They're super nice and down to earth. I'm so excited for you guys to watch that video and to support that creator. And the likelihood is that you probably know them already, but if you don't, you're in for a real treat because they have some really awesome, amazing content, and they seem like a genuinely good person, so I can't wait for you to see that. The video I posted yesterday on my channel was taking a look at some of my coffee equipment, and it didn't get like a ton of views, but it has a much higher view percentage than most of my videos. I think the average for my videos is like 5 or 6 minutes, and this one was close to 10, which is really cool. And I think that I'm gonna switch triggers. That's not what I was gonna say, but I am gonna switch triggers. Next up, I have this just totally random plastic container. I'm gonna play with this until I remember what I was just saying. Yesterday's video. Yeah, I got a much higher viewing percentage than a lot of my other videos, and I try not to overanalyze things like that because I think sometimes it's just random. But I do always think about it because it helps me figure out what you guys want as viewers. And I think that it did well because I was talking about something about which I'm super passionate, which is coffee. I love coffee, and I'm a total coffee nerd. I think I mentioned in the video that I used to co-own a coffee roasting company a few years ago, and what I didn't mention is that I also own a coffee website now. I'm not going to mention what it is because I feel like if you're looking for information online, then you'll find it, and you don't need to be directed toward a specific site. With that being said, if you want recommendations from me, just tell me in the comments. I am so happy to help people improve the coffee they make at home. So if you like specialty coffee, or you're looking to explore manual brewing methods, or maybe you're just not super thrilled with the coffee that you have at home and you want to make better coffee, that I would be very happy to help you with. Just leave a comment and I will tell you right there in the comment. I'm not going to recommend that you spend hundreds of dollars on equipment, so you don't have to worry about that. I drink very affordable coffee. I've had $50 a pound coffee, and I just don't, I think what do you call it? It's not worth it after a certain point. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to suggest that you spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on coffee equipment. If you want to spend that much, let me know and I'll tell you what to buy. No like affiliate links or anything like that. I'll just tell you what my opinion is and you can take that as you will. I think I'm gonna move on. This is some kind of cream that my wife uses, and I've used this in another video, but it makes a really satisfying clacky noise. I'm in my basement, because it's easy to cover up the windows and control the lighting, and also it's quieter down here because the ground is like kind of insulative. So I record in my basement and I bring a lot of stuff down here. I have triggers all over the place. And a lot of the time I come down here with triggers to record, and then I'll record and I'll just leave them wherever I left them in the video. The table that has my mic on it right now is covered with stuff. I'm a very messy person, and my studio, if you want to call it that, is absolutely no different than the rest of my house. But I take a lot of my wife's stuff and then I leave it down here. And anytime she's missing something now, she'll ask, "Did you use this for a video?" And I have to say, "Yeah." And then I go downstairs and retrieve it for her. So this will probably be the next thing that she asks me for. Let's see, what else is there to tell you? I mentioned in a video maybe 2 weeks ago that it seemed like my career was in jeopardy. Thankfully, that seems to have turned itself around. I've been a freelance writer for 7 years. I'm gonna switch triggers. Next up, I have this Nido cube. Nido, dude. No, that's the brand, and it's like a stress ball. This was actually, I got this for Christmas. And my sister-in-law gave it to me, and I accidentally left it in the car overnight because we do a lot of traveling for the holidays. My family is in Pennsylvania and my wife's family is upstate New York, and we're on Long Island. So we usually go to families for Christmas Eve, like a day before. And then Christmas Eve night, around like 10 p.m., we'll drive to the opposite family, and we'll stay there for 2 days. And that way we can see both sides. So this year we were at my wife's family's house for Christmas Eve, and I got this on Christmas Eve morning, and I accidentally left it in the car, and then we went to my family's house in Pennsylvania, and it froze. So it's not quite as pliable as it was to begin with, but it is still very satisfying to play with. And it sounds nice when you tap on it. Okay, I think I'm gonna switch to the last trigger. Lastly, I have this. This is a puzzle that I got my wife. My wife and I really like puzzles. And the pieces of this are super cool. Like, if I could get it to focus, that is a puzzle piece. And the pieces around that, like, fit around that like a puzzle. They're all, like, not common puzzle shapes. Like, this one looks like a leaf. It's a really cool thing, and that is the, like what you're creating, that's the image of the entire puzzle as a whole. It's really cool. I think I saw an ad for this online. I very seldom buy things from ads, but this was an exception. And the pieces are all made of wood, so they sound really nice. We've done a lot of puzzles. We did some Star Wars puzzles. They were all like original posters from the original trilogy. So there were 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. We've done a lot. We did an Alice in Wonderland puzzle. Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite books, or Through the Looking Glass if you want to call it that. Speaking of books, who is a Phantom Tollbooth fan? Because that is my favorite book, I think, probably of all time. I obviously have books that I've read as an adult that they're like different. Phantom Tollbooth is like a kid's fantasy book, or like middle age probably is what it's considered. But that will always have a very special place in my heart because it was one of the first books that I was enamored by. I loved that book. My sister-in-law, I think I probably mentioned it to her maybe once in passing that I loved that book, and she got me last year for Christmas. She got me a map of the entire land that they go through in Phantom Tollbooth, which was just so cool. I don't know